On the air, everywhere. This is more of your favorite songs right now, right here. In the mix. In the mix.
Hi, this is Britney Spears.
What up, this Jay-Z.
This is Jennifer Lopez.
Hi, this is Jermaine Jackson, and you're listening to Grady Butler, honorary member of the Jackson family.
It's Grady's 80s on all hits. K101.
We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds. It's the hottest mixtape in the world, and you've got it.
All right. Tonight on The Mix, we're going to do some geocaching songs. But first, let me say thank you to Derek, Baker Six Clan, for the graphics, and our new patrons, Dromaniacs, hope I got that right, and Cash Sleuth. And we're celebrating Australia, the folks down under, our Aussies, Colin, Kathleen, Brett, and Scott. Although Scott has been in the Northern Hemisphere now for a few weeks. I don't know if you've noticed or seen any of his stuff at all there, John. Hey, John.
Hey, Gary. How are you doing?
Good. John's with me tonight, and we have no idea where Jesse is.
Yeah, I mean, we got confirmation he landed in Alaska.
That was like a week ago.
Yeah, and last thing we knew, and I can't remember. Can we spill the beans? Who he coincidentally was with on his cruise?
Oh, sure, go for it. I'm always up for spill. Wait. Let me hang on. Let me see. Let me do the.
Oh no,
Jesse,
just spilled the beans.
Okay, now from my understanding, Gary, and you got to correct me if I'm wrong here, but this just happened to be a coincidence.
Yes,
that Jesse was on an Alaskan cruise with a geocacher, one of the geocachers who have found the most geocaches in the whole world, right?
Or something like that. Maybe not the whole world, but yes, I think you're right.
I think somewhere like over like 200, definitely 200,000 caches.
Yeah.
And how do you pronounce that name? It starts with A. I know that.
I'm bad at those. You're asking the wrong person, man.
Is it Alamogul? Is that the name?
Alamogul.
Alamogul.
I always thought of it as pronounced as Alamogul, but maybe not.
Yeah.
And Jen says that he has been posting on social media, so at least we know he's not MIA. That's correct. Yeah, Alamogul. Correct,
yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
Alamogul. I think it's yeah.
But how crazy. It's just like he just picks a cruise and he's there with Alamogul. And then they start to go caching.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey everyone. Mel saying hey. She was like at the beach or something. I was like, man, I was jealous.
Wow.
I want to go to the beach. And yes, Hodag is correct. He was spots for Cache Fest Alaska. I think he's getting his 50th. He found the oldest geocache in Alaska too. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. And he didn't have a bear encounter. I think he only saw like evidence of bear close to ground zero. Yeah.
And that's pretty funny, Direwolf. We are going to name that tune. He remembers. He's old enough to remember. You're not old enough, John, to remember the show called Name That Tune.
Was this one of those shows from the 1900s?
Yes, it was in the 1900s. Probably 1976-ish, probably.
Yeah, that was a little bit before my time.
Somebody could fact check me on that, but
yeah.
What was crazy about it is you had to be careful how you started, because if you said I can name that tune in like 5 notes, you want to start on an odd, because then the opponent would go 4, and then you go 3, and they go 2, and you go 1. And a lot of times people would say, I can name that tune in 1 note, and they'd play that 1 note and they could tell you what it was. Now,
really?
They're obviously
like 1 note.
1 note. Here's the problem though, is they were doing it off of the hint.
Yeah.
They were giving people, this song is about, and they would give you like a little one or two sentences about the song. So people were
Okay.
guessing it based on the hint and less on the actual note. Although sometimes you would get a couple notes.
Huh.
But yeah, that was Name That Tune. It was kind of a fun show. Of course, that was back when we had three channels, and that's all we were doing. Yeah, 70s ish. You're right, Direwolf.
Well, just Direwolf, just forewarned, man. I may send you music then through Facebook Messenger and made this shit at the game. Just saying.
Jen saying there was a revised version of the show, or revived, not revised, revived, brought back version of the show.
That's cool.
So, oh my gosh, Lori, you're out again.
Oh man, I'll tell you,
road trip.
When you see somebody like all the cool stuff they're posting on Facebook, and you're like, man, I wish I was Lori. You know,
I know.
From like everything she did before Cache Fest, after Cache Fest, like everything, man, it just looks incredible.
Going to town. And then speaking of things like that, Tim was at MWGB, the Bash.
Oh man. And everybody's pictures on social media looks like that was an awesome time too.
Boffo, as they say back in the day. People can look that one up. That it was Boffo. Yeah, long drive home for him back to the south from Wasan. Did I say it right? Wasan.
I think it's Wasion, maybe.
Wasion. You're right. There's an E in there.
Yeah. K Blast. Do we pronounce it right? Is it Wasion?
Yeah, I think it's Wasion. But yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Looks like my New York accent may not match up best with the Ohio names.
Yeah. Wasion.
Okay.
Look like a good time. All right, we got so much to do tonight. Let's start with some of this. All right, John, kick us off. Where are we going first?
Oh man, Cosmic Quest. So big thank you to everybody. Cosmic Quest, one of Geocaching HQ's newest promotions, started on July 22nd, and it goes through September 1st. So what are we doing? We're helping aliens, which seems like a very good, noble cause, right? We want the aliens to get home. We want to help them get their fuel. So how do we do that? We got to find some caches on here. And the cool thing is there's 3 opportunities for souvenirs if people haven't heard. The first one is if you generate about 20 units of fuel, you get a souvenir. If you generate 100, you can get another one. And then if everybody all across the board generates 15 million units of fuel, we all get a souvenir as part of the global geocaching community on that one. So all the participants. So that's pretty cool. But the interesting part on here too is there's many different ways that they're structuring it this year. Is found it. So if you just have like a generic, like find it, you get a traditional one unit of fuel. Okay. 1 unit is what we're calling it. If you activate a trackable, you get 1 unit of fuel too. So maybe if you're at a really cool event, got a lot of trackables that you haven't activated yet, this could be a really cool time. If you attend an event, you get 3 units of fuel. If you get a favorite point, and I love this one because I think you should really, get rewarded for favorite points. You get 2 units of fuel on that one.
Right.
But the prime awesome one is if you find an Earth cache, you get 50. And oh man, a few shout outs to people already. Eminem from M got 20. So hey, congratulations to you on that one. Direwolf got his 20 yesterday. So congratulations on that one. So I know for me personally, I'm going to be doing some traveling later in the week. So I'm definitely looking forward to fueling up, if you will. How about you, Gary?
Yeah. Timing, I guess, worked out, and I can act like it was planned, right?
Yeah,
I can act like it's planned. But the Molly Caching crew is going out this Saturday to do a geo tour. So we'll be getting about 30 caches on the geo tour. So that's a chunk of points, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And just to clarify, Direwolf, Earth cache is 5 points. If I said 50, I had a lot of pizza earlier, so that may be influencing my thinking just a little bit on that one if I misquoted. So thank you for keeping me honest on that one.
Little
And,
mozzarella drunk going on there is all.
well, it's kind of like, when you get that good feeling from a lot of pizza, especially when it's got some good pineapple pepperoni on that. And
There you
yeah,
go.
big congrats to Cash Addict Mel, and oh man, Lori again killing everything in life.
81.
She's 81, so
Killing it.
congratulations. And Jesse 57,
Oh.
so very cool.
And Brad, who's is sitting high five Jen for me, Brad, because they're both on, but they're close enough to each other they could give each other a high five. So sitting on the same couch watching. He says he activated all 22 of his feathers less than 24 hours before the day. Not
Ouch.
yeah, ouch. That's okay. It happens.
Yep.
Yeah. That's my luck is usually that too. So yep. So get out. I heard, did you see also that if you find a cache, if you look on the original app, I use Cachely, but if you want to go look at the original app, when you find something on the original app, I think you get a special icon looking.
Oh, like a souvenir you're saying, Gary? Or
Yeah. I think that like when you find one, I mean, I can't find one right now, but you get the idea that if you find one on the original app, then you can, I think it comes up and it gives you, instead of a smiley, it might give you like a little alien guy. I don't know if you've seen pictures
that's
of that.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Love it. And then something that we'll get into down the road. But if you want, you can go get yourself another Adventure Lab credit.
Nice.
And I did that. I sent you guys a picture of my I took some screenshots of me getting that. So you have to go in to claim your credit. See if I can show this. So you'll get this kind of screen, and hopefully you have green check marks. And if you're an active premium member, you have no available building credits, but I didn't have. You have no unpublished adventures, and your published adventures rated in top 90%. When you passed this eligibility back in 2006, that's when I became a premium member. And then you get, you'll get the next screen, which is congrats. You have a new adventure. Check your email for instructions, so forth, so on. So I got me another.
That's cool.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are not happy with it. Again, we're getting into more of that in an upcoming week. In a couple weeks, we'll probably get into Adventure Labs more. So
yeah, and I think this is cool because I know like I have a credit I started to build out thinking like I was going to keep it. You didn't know. I mean, when another opportunity is going to be out, and I know I had a few other ideas, so I'm pretty psyched about this. But I know since I have an unpublished adventure, I can't get another credit yet. So,
yeah, that's for another show.
Absolutely.
What's funny is they said it almost at the exact same moment.
Wow. I wonder if they jinxed one of themselves. Yeah.
That's for another show. It is for another show. So let's get into tonight's show. What do you say?
Oh man, yes, absolutely. I'm really excited.
How did we get here? Tell folks how we came to this. How do we came to tonight?
Oh man, this is a cool one because I mean, like I'm trying to think, Gary, like how long you and I have been using like AI, behind the scenes with geocaching,
yeah,
Geocache Talk. Like, I want to say, I think it's been like about a year,
at least more. A year. Yeah, at least a year, maybe even longer. But yeah, we still joke. We call it, instead of Chat GPT, we called it Chat GC for geocaching. And we used it, we've used it, like you said, for at least a year.
Yeah.
And then I heard in the mornings I tend to listen to a streaming because nobody has real, radios anymore. I guess people do. I should take that back. But I listen online to a local sports station called The Ticket, and they were talking about AI songs that are created by AI, and they went into and did a whole segment of the show about it. And so naturally, I jumped in and started looking at it, and oh my gosh, it was incredible and go down this rabbit hole, and the one we use, in case anybody's interested. There's a bunch of them out there, but we're using one called I Love Song. It's all one word, .ai. I Love Song.ai. Not affiliated. We get nothing from them, but it's like $10 a month or something. So we just sort of sign up for a month, and you get like 300 credits. So you can make a lot of songs. And so tonight we're gonna, with the help of the chat room, we're going to write a bunch of songs. And so we've played a couple recently. And so we can talk about those for a minute too. If I missed anything, good. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I think, as you're doing that,
Mm-hmm.
it's so cool. The creative opportunities of AI, to help with creating content on here. I know I was telling Gary earlier, and people feel free to shout out in the chat room, because I know it's funny. I see so many people at different events and they go, "Do you have a path tag?" And never had a path tag.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier today, AI actually helped me design one. So I know I was creating my list of people I owe path tags to, because so many times it's when I see people at events, they give me one and I'm like, okay, when I get one, I'm going to give you one. So if I owe somebody one, feel free to remind me on that one. And when I get them in, I'll certainly, get those out to folks on that one, because I definitely appreciate all the generosity that people have, provided on that side. But with AI, I think it's so cool because, even some of the music that you created, I know Barry and Jesse, Barry, who creates his post-trip videos. Did you actually see the cool one that he created? He actually used that song that you created from Barry and Jesse's trip on that one.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, in his video on his YouTube. And that was awesome. So cool, because, instead of using just a generic song that didn't really have any meaning or have any connection,
right?
It just had that really cool connection point with everything that they were doing on that side. Yeah.
So I want to play a couple to get people in the mood. And we want to play the whole song. I'll just play a few, but I want people to start getting their, putting their thinking caps on and get their creative juices flowing. But let me play a couple different ones that we've already done in the past. And we've played a little bit of some of these. So let me play a couple of them right here.
Gary's got a secret, but he can't keep it in. Every time he tries, it slips out again. Loose lips talking, Gary's got a tail. Gossip on the wind, like a ship without a sail. Oh Gary, why can't you keep it down? Spreading around town, everyone knows how.
So that's Gary Can't Help Spilling the Beans.
Oh man, and you never you admit that you can't stop spilling the beans, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But that made an easy song. Then I decided to ask it, you ask it. I asked it for a song about the pizza ninja and the fact that he loves pineapple pizza. So here's what it wrote for that. And you can give it
In the kitchen late at night, he spices with a ninja's mind.
the genre.
Pineapple dreams begin to bloom.
Oh man, love the pineapple.
Pizza's destiny consumed. Tomato sauce and cheese collide. Pineapple sweet, he won't hide. Ninja moves in of his glow. His love for pizza starts to show. Pizza ninja on the go. Pineapple love, you gotta know. Disco lights and dough in hand. He's the hero of the land.
Oh man, and you know this is so true because you know, I mean, it's funny. There's like a core group of people. Like whenever I get like a really good pizza, I send pictures to.
Mhm.
So including Gary, you know. So I mean, in saying that, like he probably gets pictures 2 or 3 times a week. I know K Blast got a picture the other day too. You know, I usually
Yeah.
send it to like Charles, Bounce, a few other people.
Right.
And yeah, pizza I got yesterday. Oh man, so good. It was char pepperoni, if you know char pepperoni, and with pineapple on. So it's like,
I've had the cup pepperoni where
yeah, that's what it's like. That's what it's like. So it's like cupped up on that one.
okay.
But man, that and pineapple, it was so good. It was like that great salty sweet kind of mix on that one. So
Okay,
oh,
that's
man.
enough about pizza. All right,
So good.
on to something better, which is
better than pizza, Gary. Come on, really.
so I wanted it to write one. This is off the topic, but I want to play for a moment of this. But what's interesting is that, and we'll get into we'll start writing songs here in a second. But I asked it about, and because when we do the Motley Caching Crew, when we go geocaching together, we always start at Buc-ee's, and so I asked, or I mentioned to it about Buc-ee's, and I basically told it 2 things. How well the Buc-ee's is great, that they sell beaver nuggets, and they have the cleanest bathrooms in the world, which is true. Those are all 3 things, and it figured out the rest of it on its own. So here's headed to Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
I asked it to be a country and western song. It seemed to fit.
Yeah.
Sunrise on the highway, got a tank full of dreams. Rolling down the Buc-ee's where the coffee actually screams.
I don't know why it's screaming.
Got a list of snacks first up, beaver nuggets go.
Yeah, beaver nuggets.
In this big old travel stop, every secret's about to be told. There's a wall of jerky, more flavors than I can chew. Smiling,
there is a
beaver
wall
greets
of
me
jerky.
like you know it's true. Picking
Somehow
out
knows
some
that.
penny slots with a twinkle in my eye.
It has the penny smashing
Memories from
machine.
this journey, never gonna say goodbye. We're heading to Buc-ee's where the restrooms shine.
Yep.
In the heart of Texas, everything feels just fine. Grabbing beaver nuggets, life ain't never been so sweet. Penny smashing moments, neath that neon bus, can't be beat.
So it's like, I don't know. It writes it in like 15 seconds. It's just incredible.
Well,
Go ahead.
yeah, I mean that's just like so amazing because I mean, like, and thematically, you know, for like geocachers, like you're on the road, you need kind of that like oasis, like in the middle of nowhere sometimes, in order to like refuel, do your business, you know, like recharge on that one. It's just
Right.
I've never been to Buc-ee's, but now
I know you one day will experience the joy, the ecstasy of going to Buc-ee's. It's
and I'm gonna need that song like to pump me up, you know, as I'm driving out there for sure.
absolutely. Buc-ee's is yeah. We're not
Oh
gonna get
man,
it.
and Gary, I think we got our first request for the
I know I
night.
saw that from Jen. So yeah, so if somebody use this is sort of a formula. Use Jen's comment in the chat room. So we need an idea for the song. we need the style. Now, you you can't tell it like I want an Elvis Presley song, because it won't, you can't, at least the version we use doesn't, you can't use specific names. So you would have to go, like she said, 90s boy band. So we can't, we have to, that's generic enough that it'll work. So I will get started on that one, Jen. So let me
Yeah, and as Gary's doing that, big shout out to K Blast and I.
Go ahead.
We're actually aiming in September to do the pizza trail on this one.
Oh, very cool.
So I'm super psyched, because this is one where, man, when it came out, I was super psyched, and then broke a knee and then broke a foot. So this is the time we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be awesome on that one. So yeah, K Blast, can't wait on that one, man. It's gonna be so cool.
90s. Okay, so you need a 90s boy band, Heartbreak of DNFs. Okay, got it. So a couple of things that we have found, at least with this version of the AI, is that it knows what geocaching is. It can't pronounce it. So we have to sort of inject into it sort of the wording. So typically what I do is I do geo-cache, CASH -ing, and then it knows how to pronounce it, but it knows what geocaching is, but it keeps mispronouncing the word or cache. Typically it doesn't know what it thinks CACHE is cache. So it doesn't come out right. So just FYI.
Maybe it's just an AI accent, Gary,
I guess so.
Yeah.
But it kind of has a lot of trouble with that kind of thing. Heartbreak of DNFs. Okay, so I'm getting the 90s boys band song about the heartbreak of DNFs. Now it'll know. The other thing too is you can put stuff in like quotes. So like so it knows that like that's supposed to be together, not the D and the N and the F are all together kind of thing. So
yeah.
So
and it doesn't. Happy Hodag was saying it doesn't pronounce it like geocache, like Bob Billy, right?
I've seen it do it correctly that way too. I've seen it do geocache, CATCH, but so we kind of have to sort of work around it a little bit. So, all right, that one is currently generating. Once we generate it, I'm going to download it and upload it. Will just take me a moment. So.
Okay, sounds good. And Quincy, we see your request. We got that start, and then K Blast, we got yours too. So certainly, if anybody has any other recommendations, certainly put them in the chat, and we'll work through them on that one.
Yeah. So it's quick. I mean, I just put that in. Okay, so it's already done.
Wow.
So now I need to download it. Yep. The song is called Well, it has to download it. But it's called The Heartbreak of the Race. So it kind of knows also, I don't know if it's because I've put in a bunch of geocaching ones, that it kind of knows that I'm doing a lot of geocaching type songs.
Yeah. So you think it's like kind of learned from your past submissions?
It might have, a little bit. And it also does two versions, which I think is always interesting. Oh yeah, so heavy metal for Brian. And for Quincy, the blues. If you want to get, you can get real. You can also get very specific in the genre. So like if you have a very specific style within a genre. So like if you want to do like new country or red dirt or some kind of variation. I know Quincy's doesn't want that, but just as an example, you can do like yacht rock. It knows what yacht rock is. So you can kind of be I don't know. There's different ways you can do that. So
Yeah,
all right.
and these are so cool, Gary. Because I mean, as you're talking with like about these, I'm like, man, just imagine if you went on like a geocaching road trip
Okay,
with like
Mississippi
a friend
Blues.
or more friends, and making some cool custom music on that one. You know?
Yeah, probably could do new metal. We'll see. While we're waiting for that one to download, let's play one more we've got that we did before. I think this is pretty funny too. All right, let me play this one. Here, geocaching.
Sailing on the sea with a breeze so fine. Text so small, it's so divine. Folks don't see, they don't realize how these things bring joy to our eyes. Tiny miracles fit in your hand. There's so much, it's like living grand. Get the job done, no need to fret. Why don't people see their value yet? Nanos are great, stop bagging on them.
Nanos are great. Stop bagging on them.
Okay, this is changing my viewpoint on
So
nanos.
much they offer, yet so underrated.
Yeah.
Nanos are great. All right, here we go. Here's the heartbreak of the race submitted by Jen. Here we go. Heartbreak of the race. I haven't heard it yet.
Running down the track, feeling oh so strong. Then the moment hits,
Oh, no.
something goes all wrong. Training every day, pouring sweat and tears.
Oh, yeah.
Dreams are dashed away, facing all my fears. DNF again.
Oh, no. DNF again.
Heartbreak in the rain, feeling all the pain. Why is it always me? Pushing to the end, just to find a mouth
First two.
in the race again. Doubt begins to sprout.
Bridge.
I've got the fire, I've got the will, but in the wire, time stands still. DNF again, heartbreak in the rain, feeling all the pain. Why is it always me? I've got the fire,
Mississippi Blues.
I've got the will.
Random Hollow Rock.
but in the wire, time stands still. DNF again, heartbreak in the rain, feeling all the pain. Why is it always me?
There you go.
I like it. And, you know, as I'm hearing this, I mean, yeah, great idea, Jen, for a song. Oh, okay. Is it coming back?
No, go ahead. Yeah, I'll stop it.
Little false ending on that one.
Well,
But
no, I
it's
got. I tell it to stop the loop of the track. Go ahead, keep going.
Oh, okay. But
Yep.
you know, I'm just like I can't wait until the next GIF opportunity to see what people make with having AI now on that one.
Oh,
Because
right.
Because I think you found, Gary, like these are royalty free, right?
If you, yeah, I mean, you pay for a copyright, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
but it's not. It's it's relatively cheap. I mean,
Yeah, so I don't see any reason why you couldn't then use them in a GIF.
oh no, you can.
No.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
definitely could. If you do you pay them a little extra money for the copyright part.
Yeah.
If yeah. So it's interesting, like you said, that there are what's amazing is how fast it can write a song. And I know this gets into ramifications down the road. Yep. As far as like, you know, what's going to happen to music in general. But you know, hey, if it's available, you know, I don't see a reason, you know, why we don't use it, you know, just my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So, we got the next one. It's downloading, but it's called Mystery Stones. And this is the one from Quincy. This is the Mississippi Blues. So got a little Mississippi Blues Delta going on there about a random pile of rocks. So that one's working on downloading. The downloading takes a little bit. All right. It's not quite ready yet.
You know, Gary, as you're talking about this too, I'm almost thinking like another cool way could be maybe like a letterbox hybrid where you talk about like the clues in a song, you build it out, and then people actually have to like listen to the song then to know like where to go on that one. So I mean, like, you know, this is a cool idea because if it's like random pile of rocks, if you incorporate that as part of it, I mean, shoot, you could even make like an album, like 12 tracks, you know, to give all the hints or something.
It makes an MP4 video. No, I don't want to mess with that. It does, but the video is not anything special. I would just, I think I've looked at one before. Let me cancel that. All right, I'm downloading this one. Mystery Stones.
Ooh.
So we'll bring that one up here. And we will do that now. And yeah, I'm surprised how, I mean, they're catchy. I mean, they kind of know how to, and they, when you look at the lyrics, I mean, it's quick. I mean, but it kind of knows the structure, and you can give it, like we're giving it a general, you know, general information. You can give it lyrics. So, I mean, that's pretty crazy. So, all right, here we go. Here is Mystery Stones by Quincy.
Swaying in the humid heat. Saw a pile of rocks halfway buried in my beat. Sweat dripping, blood humming low on my tongue. Before shadows creep where them shadows had hung. Them stones were whispering secrets in my ear. Eyes wide open, wishing wasn't nothing here. Digging through the dust and the muck where they lie. Grains of gold glistening in the devil's eye. Treasure buried deep in that sinister mound. Sweat and tears mixing with the dirt profound. Reaching to the heavens, but I'm stuck in the ground. Mystery stones got me all spellbound. Closer I got to heart of the beast. Whispers grow louder, secrets released. Found an old chest all locked and rusted tight, and I prayed for the key in the dead of the night. Ghostly voices haunting what's inside my mind. Shattered golden secrets I might never find. Grit and grind in the journey, pistol by my side. Roaming these lands where the lost souls hide. Cracked it open with a scream and a cuss. Diamonds and rubies, no need to rush. Faded letters, a map to the stains of the past. Echoes of past. that forever lasts. Treasure buried deep in that sinister mound. Sweat and tears mixing with the dirt profound. Reaching through the heavens, but I'm stuck in the ground. Mystery stones got me all spellbound. Treasure buried deep in that sinister mound. Sweat and tears mixing with the dirt profound. Reaching through the heavens, but I'm stuck in the ground. Mystery stones got me all spellbound.
Not bad. Not bad.
I like that. Like if I went to a place and heard a band playing that, man, that would be a good time, you know, for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, it's I don't know, it's kind of sorry, I'm doing two things at once. Alien spaceships by finding geocaches.
Hey, no, yeah, and Quincy was just saying how he thought that was great, and Cash Addict Mel did as well too. And
yeah.
And on to that one, great comment or interesting, good comment from Jen from BNJ Bish saying CD Hundley in Memphis has some great music-oriented puzzles. He wrote and recorded the songs himself, but just thinking about how this AI could make the concept accessible to less musically inclined folks. So, yeah, I mean, great opportunity, you know, because, I mean, with geocaching, I mean, we know you see some cool stuff like that, you know, and this is a good opportunity for other folks. And then certainly Eminem from M says he owns a pizza place as well, too. So that's great. And B&J Bish, Brad said, with fantastic pizza. And then I'm interested in this one. They said they signed the log agenda that he uses as a doorstop. So that's kind of cool on that side. I'd like to find out more on that one.
I'm working on Brian's heavy metal song about getting fuel for alien ships for geocaching while at Buc-ee's.
Oh, man. And as you're doing that, Gary, K-Blast brings up this hypothetical scenario about finding a mysterious pizza in a geocache and not being sure if you should eat it. So
yeah,
that hypothetical situation sounds like that would be great to have a song about. But, you know, in situations, if you're thinking, should I eat a pizza? Yeah, typically you should. So
yeah, typically.
Great words of wisdom there, K-Blast.
That's funny. It's interesting. And like for this one, what I did was I made sure I put geocache fuel for the cosmos. It even names them. You can give it names, but it like names it for you in case you need it.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it gives you two versions, by the way, in case you're wondering. We're only doing the first one just because for time's sake, but so it's kind of neat. It gives you two versions of the same song. Something else I've done before is I like the lyrics that it wrote. Well, you can then turn around, take the lyrics, you can cut and paste them, go back to the beginning, and you can give them like those specific lyrics, and it'll do a song with those specific words. So there's two modes, I guess you could say, that you can do. And it typically does, again, unless you ask it, it does a, here, I can share my screen real quick. Y'all can see. It also does a little, it does like a little screen for it, or we want to say a little graphic for it. So
oh wow, that's cool.
Let me try playing it from here again. Let's see. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it or not. I told it to play it through here, but let's try it. Tell me if you can hear this okay. Were you able to hear that?
Yeah.
Can you hear it? You could?
Not now. Not now. We could hear it like a second ago.
Okay. All right. Let me play
almost
it. Almost
like maybe it was coming through the speakers through your mic, maybe.
It's Possible. I got it turned up all the way. I was just trying to save us some time.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Tell me if you can't hear it very well. It doesn't take long to download. I can just download it. Is that too low?
No, I think I could hear it. I don't know if everybody else could, but I could.
We'll ask the crowd if that's barely. All right, let me download.
Cache edit smells barely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll download it. Just takes a second.
Yeah. Well, Gary's doing this. I'm going to post the URL that we mentioned to the site that Gary's using. I'm going to post it in the chat too for everybody.
Yep. It only takes a second to download and then upload, so not a problem. And we'll get this one uploaded.
Yeah. And oh man, Nicole was getting into the groove of it.
Okay, well, here we go. We'll get some heavy metal going here in a second. Fuel for the Cosmos. And I have the lyrics and I obviously have the music if everybody wants it. So, yeah, here we go on the Geocache Talk Network. Here we go.
Desolate fills the void, alien cries, energy lost conjoin, cosmic cash, hidden stashes gleam, galactic journey, more than a dream. Lucky's wasteland, neon light blaze, fuel pump scream, in barbaric craze. Hunt begins in this hellish mart, siphon power, we're tearing apart. Fuel for the cosmos, run, primal light, chemical scream, and barbaric race. Hunt begins in this hellish mart, siphon power, we're tearing apart. Fuel for the cosmos, run, primal light, chemical explosion, endless brutal fight. Galactic hunter, power in our veins, we conquer the stars, lucky still reigns.
Still rains.
Hypercharging nights through the void, endless nights. Catch is found, alien quite shine. Bucky's domain, a refuge prime.
Catch is found.
Yeah,
I didn't know how to do Yeah, so I didn't know how to pronounce it, even though I told it Geocache, CASH-ING. But pretty funny. Ancient symbols, geocache ciphers, map to power, hidden by lifers. Fuel up, rack the earth, prepare for the celestial rebirth.
I gotta say, Jerry, I think K Blast is onto something here. I gotta think, because I think what Geocaching HQ needs to do to take promotions like this to the next level, hype videos. And I think this is a soundtrack to a great hype video for Cosmic Quest. I mean, what does the chat room think? Like, if you got a hype video for your geocaching promotion like this,
absolutely, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I'd get more into it, you know, no doubt. And I won't lie, K Blast. I'm kind of picturing like maybe like Guar, you know, with your song on that one.
Yeah. So some of the, see if I can make this bigger for you to see. Some of the verses. So Iron Beast, desolate fuel, starved void, alien cries, energy must conjoin, cosmic cache. See, it knew that because I put in CASH because I was trying to get to say it right.
Oh, okay.
Hidden stashes, but it knows what a stash is. Yes, gleam, galactic journey, more than a dream. And I mentioned about getting the fuel at Bucky's Wasteland, neon lights blaze, fuel pumps scream in barbaric craze. Hunt begins in the hellish mart. Siphon power, we're tearing apart. Fuel for the cosmos. I love it. Fuel for the cosmos. Raw and primal might. Chemical explosion. Endless brutal fight. Galactic hunters. Power in our veins. We conquer the stars. Bucky's fuel reigns.
I'm impressed.
It's pretty cool. It does a pretty good job. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's do a couple more. So, pardon me, let me get in here and see what's next.
I start someone's on their comment, Gary, in the comments on that one.
Okay, so beachy song about cat. Mel has one that came in, was next one up. Beachy song about caching and cruising with my geo friends. Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah, that would be a cool feel good song.
Just a feel good song. And so let me share this part. So in case you're wondering, so there's the song generator. There's a couple different let me make this bigger so you can see it better. So there's a couple different modes. So there's custom mode, which is where you give it like very specific verses, chorus, verse, chorus, that kind of stuff. Or you can tell it. Typically, we've been doing is just this mode, which is when it's non-custom mode. You can also make instrumentals without lyrics or voice.
Oh, wow,
so that's kind of interesting. And then you can tell it either female voices, male voices, are random. We've been just doing randoms. And we got 292 remaining credits for this month, so got to roll through them. And then it just puts in generic stuff for you to do. So we're going to put in beachy song. I think we're going to let's try caching and cruising with my geo friends. Let me put that part in. So I'm going to do it this way because otherwise it won't pronounce it right. Caching and cruising with my geo friends. Oop, if I could spell tonight. It's late. Cruising. Right, like cruising. I think we could do. Let's use in a yacht. Well, she wants beachy though. I wonder if it'll do.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's like in the Beach Boys style, like California surf music type of thing, maybe.
Yeah, let's try that in a California surf genre. I can spell California, be in good shape. California surf genre. Caching and cruising with my geo friends. We'll try that.
Okay.
And it's amazing how fast. I'm still, I don't know. I'm easily impressed, but like it says, it's less than 15 seconds. So
that is just wild.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, and especially so far, like there's been none where you're just like, that's completely wrong, or, everything seems to have like the right context so far.
Yeah, and that's done. See, it's done. For it to write something that quickly, it just blows my mind. And then it even does a little caching waves. It's called coasting the waves. Writes the lyrics. It takes a little bit to download, so stand by for that. But there's the lyrics over here. Caching and cruising with my geo friends. It kind of. And I think it kind of knows too. Sometimes you'll see something, you're like, "Oh, how did it know that?" Like we were talking earlier about. So it knows to play. So it knows geocaching, is some sort of play thing. But we were talking earlier about how I was telling you about how I gave it really not much information about Buc-ee's. So I told it again, I saw Buc-ee's, greatest in the land. And I mentioned beaver nuggets, and I didn't tell it what it was, but it knew it was a snack. And then I told it the cleanest bathrooms in the world. And so it kind of, I didn't mention that it's a gas station. So it obviously went out and found information about Buc-ee's and was able to put that together with the song.
Yeah,
so
that's so impressive that it's able to piece all of that together.
Yeah.
in the right meaning, you know, it really is.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And for it to write, you know, obviously it's not hard to write a lyric, I guess, but for it to know, I mean, it's simple lyrics. I mean, loud, proud, glow, flow, in skin, geofriends, ends, cruising, waves, ocean play. I mean, you know what I mean? They're, you know, hair, care, night, light. I mean, it's very simple lyrics, but yet at the same time, they make perfect sense. Sand in my toes. I mean, how does it know? Obviously, it can check the, you know, it can check for things just like we can. But all right, let me download this.
Yeah.
But the part that blows me away isn't the writing lyrics, because writing lyrics is, I mean, writing lyrics is hard. I mean, I know that.
Oh yeah.
But writing poetry, it is hard in a sense, but for it to then couple that with lyrics, I mean, with music, to me, that's, you know, that's pretty amazing that it can do both in that short of a time. Now, if you gave it, you know, if it took it 2 minutes or something to do that, then I'm like, okay, well, to me, it just sounds like it should take a couple of minutes to do it, but it does it in like 20 seconds. So it's like,
yeah. Well, I gotta tell you too. I mean, like, as you're saying this, like, things that are kind of just coming to me is, you know, you could just like copy the lyrics it generated, put it into those custom ones, tweak it for a puzzle or for a description.
Oh, sure.
And then like it's already created like the groundwork that you're adjusting for you know, like a geocaching puzzle, a mystery, letterbox hybrid, etc.
Sure.
And that's really cool. And you know, it's funny, Bell on the Move mentioned an idea too, and kind of seeing Bell on the Move's comment made me think too. I mean, like, it'd almost be funny, like if you were doing like a gadget cache and you needed some music or something to play.
Sure.
You know, you could use this to generate that music too.
Oh yeah. You know, like I said, you can get real specific. You can give it your own lyrics. So you don't have to have it generated. You can give it your own lyrics. So if you need, like, if you want to have it sing a song, and within the song, it gives you numbers to the code for the lock on your gadget cache, something like that.
Well, that's a cool idea.
So they listen to the song and like, oh, did y'all hear a 4? Oh, I heard a 4, but you know, it used in a different way, or 2, or, you know, I mean, you know, there's ways you can kind of hide numbers within a song.
Yep. That
would be kind of fun, you know. We went to the beach and we saw him too. Well, there's a, you know, where, you know, you TOO, but yet you use it for the number 2. All right, here's Coasting the Waves by Mel.
Out on the coast, waves rolling in, sand in my toes, sun on my skin, cashing and cruising with my geo friends, living this life, it never ends. Loud. Laughter and joy, we're California proud. Chasing sunsets in the golden glow. Fast and free, that's how we flow. Fashion cruising, riding the waves. Lights in ocean, that's how we play. Cashing and cruising, riding the waves. Lights in ocean, that's how we play. Salt in the air, wind in our hair. No worries, no cares, we just don't care. From sunrise to the starry night, staying together in a glowing light. Dancing on the beach, fireside blaze, talking about the good old days. Echoes of laughter, the moon hangs low. With my best friends, I'm never alone. Cashing and cruising, riding the waves, lights in ocean, that's how we play. riding the waves. Life's an ocean, that's how we play.
There you go.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
Couple questions, and then we'll probably start the wrap up. Jen was asking, does it generate a video? It does, but it's not really much of a video. I mean, I'll download that last one and then I'll show it to y'all. So they have something called Extend, where you choose a song and input new lyrics to extend it by up to 2 minutes while keeping the original melody. You can start the extension from any point. Hang on, I got to download that. From any point in the song, and get whole song will seamlessly blend the extension with the original track. That's what the Extend is. Yeah. So let me pull up the video, and I'll show you what the video looks like. And then we can kind of
Hey Gary, as you're doing that too, I saw a comment from K-Blast. Are you able to modify the lyrics, and will it keep the same style?
Yes, you can. Obviously, you need to. Well, you don't have to, but if the lyrics are bad, it's going to sing them. So I don't know, which could get dicey depending on how bad or good your lyric writing is.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, it just started playing it. Hang on.
Okay.
It doesn't really do a video. I'm trying to see too. It does advance the. It advances the lyrics. So let me stop sharing. Let me do a share, and then we'll only take a second to do this. Then we'll start to wrap up. But okay, we'll do a window. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, and I love, as you're doing this, to see the comments and ideas from everybody in the chat room on here.
Yeah. So let me do it. All right. So it's up.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, cool. Let me start playing it. Oop. Hide.
Oh, okay. So for the audio listeners, it kind of shows the thumbnails, and then it's going through the lyrics as it's playing on one. But it's not really like, it doesn't create like a full motion like video. So it's almost like a karaoke type view.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Good way to describe it. So,
yeah, which could be fun, because I mean,
yeah,
you could have a really cool like geocaching event karaoke style with this, where you know, make those cool songs and then put them up there, and then people can sing to them. So that could be a pretty fun event.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. And I know that it will. You can. Oh, I know somebody probably would ask. Let me let you know that when you do the lyrics, I'm trying to recall. Oh, there's 100. It's 180 characters. In case you were wondering.
So
in
is
the
that
song,
the limit you're saying, Gary? For
that's
100?
a limit. Yeah, song description. Pardon me. The song description is 180 characters. That's not in custom mode. That's where you just give it a description. And the description would be, you describe the style of music and the topic you want. You can use genres and vibes instead of specific artists and songs. And then if you go to custom mode, it lets you write verses and choruses and bridges and all that, and you get 3,000 characters for that.
Wow.
So you can do an outro, that kind of thing. All the various song, and then on top of that, it then gives you, if you go custom mode, then you get lyrics as one of the boxes. Another box is style of music, so you can give it a very specific style. Their example is indie pop, soulful, dreamy, psychedelic. So you can give it very specific things. You can give it a specific title. You can use random style or Gangnam style if you really want to go that route. So I wonder if we could do a Gangnam.
Wow. That could be cool. And a question came through from Cheryl saying you talked about having credits for this. How does that work? Do you buy the credits?
Yeah. The pricing for, in case you're wondering, it's about $10 a month. You get up to 600 songs maximum. I've only seen 300. I don't know. 300 generate times per month. I don't know what that means by up to 600 songs. 300 generate times. So 300 versions. You can download up to 500 per month. You can have up to 10 jobs running on it, and your music storage is for up to a year. Then they have other things. They have quarterly version of it. They have annual version of it. We just did a month. We're just doing month to month kind of thing. Because we just did more for the show than anything. You can do a premium plan. I guess the premium plan does something else. I don't know. Let's see.
That's still not bad pricing, though. I mean, overall,
No, not bad.
For being able to create some really cool custom content out there. And Quincy's saying, 300 times 2 equals 600 songs. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Makes sense. Yeah, because it is doing 2. You're right. Exactly. Because it's doing 2 songs per generation. It does 2 versions of it. Sometimes the second version is better than the first, by the way. So neat. They also have a premium type plan, which will do songs that are up to 4 to 6 minutes or longer. It does a permanent media storage if you want to go that route. That's like $30 a month. They even have a more advanced one after that, which is like 5,600 songs maximum per month. I don't know why you'd be generating 5,600 songs.
Wow.
Unlimited downloads. So, and again, prices don't seem to be, I mean, again, we did the basic 1 month just for fun kind of thing. So,
yeah. Well, I think this shows people, I mean, what you can do with a tool like that, because I think that's the thing. I think a lot of us are cachers. We want to do something unique. We want to do something interesting. We want to do something that stands out. And this is a great tool to do it. I mean, so many ideas are coming to my head, like as we're going through this, because it's like, shoot, you could even do like a geo art that's like a musical note, and every like cache within that, has a song where people need to figure it out. And maybe it's like, it gives them directions where to go. Maybe it, gives them something where then they have to go to like Certitude and put in a certain thing, you can create like a murder mystery song. Who did it? Who did a certain crime or something like that. There's just so many possibilities with a tool like this to do some really fun, unique things.
Yeah. And you could upload the song. You can give her very specific lyrics. So like if you want to create a puzzle, upload the song to say a Google Drive or somewhere like that, and then just point to it, because you can do stuff. I've done that before, way back in the day, where it wasn't a song. It was computer generated, and it was doing a weather report.
Yeah.
And so you listen to this weather report, and within the weather report, you hear about, or it was a weather report. It was like a farm report. And so within the weather report, you got like the north coordinates, north 52, whatever. And then for the, in the farm report, it gave you the west coordinates, which talks about, I forget how it was. It's like, Farmer Brown, he lost, aliens came and stole 32 of his cows or something. So from that, you would have to then figure out what numbers came in the farm report. And that was kind of a fun way to do that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, man, so many thoughts. Cause I mean, even on that, I've never found an FM transmitter cache on that one where you have to go to location, tune in a radio station.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could make some really cool custom songs for cache like that. Just imagine if you went to location, tuned in your car radio, and then you're hearing some really cool, unique songs that somebody made.
Yeah.
With a tool like this to then, give you the sense where you need to go next. I mean, that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, that would be fun. I've done a cache like that where you pull up somebody's, basically it was like in somebody's driveway. But you pull up and it would tell you in the cache description, turn to 88.5 or something on your FM dial, and you would hear them play something, and from that you got the information about how to open the cache. So yeah, there's a lot of cool ideas based on that. Escape rooms. Yeah, Jen's got a great idea. Yeah, you could definitely. And again, you could come up with your own, and there's other ones out there. I'm not trying to, again, I don't get any money from I love songs.ai. I tried a different one, and it was, I think the price was, I tried like 3 songs and then immediately wanted you to pay for something. So, I used the one that they were using on the radio. And it just seemed like, it may not be the best. There's probably others that are out there that are better. I'm just saying. Before the show started, I was showing John. There's a YouTuber. He's called Seth Drums, SETH Drums, and I think that's how he goes. Let me see. I'm pulling him up on YouTube. Again, no affiliation, but he asks AI questions. He plays drums. So what he'll do is he'll play the song. And I just want to make sure I get you the right YouTube for this dude.
Yeah. And as you're doing that, Gary, it's like, it's so cool because when he's doing the drums on that, it's kind of like, the AI does sound like computerized, but I don't know, like him playing the drums on it adds like a good element to it to make it sound like a little bit more natural too. And the guy's just so entertaining.
Yeah, and he does. There's some crazy. He does some crazy mashups. I don't know what they're used. I don't know. Maybe he lists it somewhere, but like he'll do things like "Lose Yourself" by Eminem, but it's sung by Frank Sinatra. So
that's cool.
Yeah. And so how crazy is it that he's and then he'll play it, and then he plays the song, or he plays the drums along. He's a good drummer, but he plays the drums along with the song that he's never heard before. And so it's just funny because he's got obviously handlers doing all that kind of stuff. And so but he's a lot of fun. And again, a different AI thing. I put in the chat room, but basically it's just Seth Drums, and you go to YouTube, you can look him up and listen and get lost in. You can go down the rabbit hole of listening to him play a billion different songs.
Yeah, he's got a lot of great content for sure.
But that's a little more. I don't know. Again, you could probably do some digging and figure out what AI he's using, but because it's a different, it's much more sophisticated, because if he's asking it to play again, you give Frank Sinatra, which on the one we're using is generic. It doesn't ask, it won't let you do that kind of thing. You'd have to come up with whatever you would, whatever you'd have to get as close as you can. But it's not in the Frank Sinatra voice. On his, he's using a Frank Sinatra voice. Well, the AI is using the Frank Sinatra voice sound. It sounds like Frank Sinatra. But they fed it the Eminem song, and then he's singing it, and he does a bunch of the like Peaches from the Mario movie, and he does a bunch of different people, or not characters. I'm trying to think of the one that one of them is escaping me. I need to look.
Yeah, Nicole was saying too. She goes, "Yeah, they are wild. They pop up all the time on TikTok." Yeah, he's got a lot of great videos on TikTok for sure.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I've gone through "In the End" by Linkin Park, but it's set "Fire to the Rain" by Adele. So you can mix like two songs together, which is crazy to think about. This one's crazy. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees, but it's Back in Black by AC/DC. And it puts the two together. Somehow it mixes the two songs together.
How cool is that?
That's wild. And it actually, some of those, the lyrics and the voice sort of overpower the rest of it, which I've kind of noticed that for some of them, it's a little, it's a little much to try to put the two together. And he does. I mean, there's hundreds of his songs out there. But like we've talked about tonight, there's some ideas there of how to do, using audio in a multi-cache or a gadget or just a plain old traditional,
Oh yeah, you're right. Because even on a multi-man, like if you went there, QR code popped it up, something played on your phone, on that
Adventure
one.
Lab. Yeah, Adventure Labs.
Yeah. I mean, so many different cool applications that people can do. And if people do use this, I mean, we want to hear from people. We'd love to share your cache with us. Email us at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Include that GC code, because one of the cool things about the geocaching community is sometimes, we really help to inspire each other with some cool creative tools or things that are done. Like how many times do people travel, see something, and they're like, I got to do something like this, like in my home area, Yeah. And the cool, unique ways that people do it to incorporate it, to add their own flavor, to add their own style.
Absolutely.
It's such a cool thing. Such a cool thing to see that.
Yep. Well, thanks for being along for the ride. And we're still working on next week. I know you're probably not going to be around. I don't know if Jesse will be back in Civilization or not, but we'll have a show next Sunday. And I know that our cohorts, the Puzzle Cache crew and our Puzzle Talk crew and the Challenge Talk crew, are working to get theirs ready for August. Can't believe it's almost August. It's amazing.
How crazy is that? And I mean, it's crazy. It's cool because I mean, like, just hard to believe, like Midwest Geobash like just wrapped up.
Oh yeah,
today. And like, just thinking about like other cool things like coming up from the fall too. I mean, like GeoCoin Fest, going caching. I mean, there's so many incredible geocaching events out there.
And how about this? I'm putting in the chat room. Don't let this panic you. 150 days to Christmas.
Wow.
That's it. Just 150. That's it.
You probably already started your Christmas shopping.
Get your shopping in early. Yeah. Hey, don't forget, pick you up a Cache Masters. Oh, that's cheesy.
Cache Masters. And
so
on this one, just imagine for everybody the custom Christmas or holiday music you could create for people too with this tool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's exactly right. So, all right. So as we go, we're going to play again the intro that we did for when Grady, the great Grady Butler, was on. And so we're going to play that. Our friend Grady. That was a fun episode. So anyway, and so from that, I hope everybody has a good week. We'll see y'all next week. Not John, but we'll see the rest of y'all.
Yeah. Well, hey, take care, everybody. Have a great week or two, and see you soon.
See you soon. All right.
On the air, everywhere. This is more of your favorite songs right now, right here. In the mix. In the mix.
Hi, this is Britney Spears.
What up, this Jay-Z.
This is Jennifer Lopez.
Hi, this is Jermaine Jackson, and you're listening to Grady Butler, honorary member of the Jackson family.
It's Grady's 80s on all hits. K101.
We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds. It's the hottest mixtape in the world, and